guys, Tom with Vermont Grow Coaching, and welcome to Grower's Guide, your weekly beginner-friendly cannabis tips and tricks. This week on Grower's Guide, we're going to take a step back and take a look at your grow setup. We've got this nasty looking fan here that we picked up from a client's location. I took a stop out there the other day and I noticed all this nasty stuff they had going on the fan. So I said, you know what? I'm going to leave you with a spare and I'm going to borrow your fan for a couple of days. So I'm going to show you how to properly clean one of these fans. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that some people will tell you, go ahead and remove the face of the fan. That's going to keep it clean for you. That is a horrible idea for two reasons. Number one, I like to use metal blade fans, and I tell all of my clients to use metal blade fans. If you whack your head against one of these, it's gonna frickin' hurt. You'll probably bleed too. It's best to stay away from that. Number two, if you don't have a cage on the front of your fan, you don't know whether or not you have a problem. There's a lot of gunk going on here. There's a couple of leaves, there's some, it looks like cat hair, maybe some dog hair, and so just some general fuzz going on the front of this fan. Unfortunately, that means that this grow room has not been properly cleaned. Now, we're not going to get into grow room cleaning today, but I'm going to show you how to clean one of these fans properly without damaging the fan and maintaining a proper air circulation throughout your grow room. All right, so what you'll need. You're going to need some green soap, some clean rags, some warm water, and some tools to open your fan. The dilution rate is simple. Mix 1/4 cup of green soap with 1/4 gallon or 1 quart of warm water. All right, so go ahead and rub your hand around the inside and the outside of the cage as well as the fan blade. This is going to help get off a fair amount of that gunk before we actually start washing with the rag. You can see here in this video that there is very little left actually on the cage after running my hands over it. However, I still want to go over it with a final wash afterwards to help get any sticky residue off. Okay, as you can see, we made these pretty clean even without using any sort of solution. Now go ahead and grab that bowl of solution that I told you how to make just a few minutes ago, and we're gonna go ahead and give these components a good wipe down. The best way to do this is gonna be to grab your rag, get it nice and moist, and then wring out as much moisture as you possibly can. You don't wanna be getting too much moisture on these components. All right, so now you grab a moist paper towel and you go ahead and you wipe off any of the residual soap, any of the residual grime that might be left on there. We get it nice and clean. And from there, we just go ahead and let these parts air dry for about an hour or two until they're nice and dry before we go ahead and put them back together. All right, so that's it. Super easy, super simple, get your gear cleaned. Now, in the event that you don't have the soap we used in this video, you can use 1 tablespoon of 70% isopropyl alcohol and 1 tablespoon of dish soap per gallon of water in place of the soap that we used. Now, I do prefer that you use this soap because this is going to work a heck of a lot better than most of the other methods out there and is definitely my preference for cleaning all components in the grow room, including the walls, light hoods, etc. Now, if you're going to be using this solution to be cleaning any sort of electrical components, make sure that you're keeping this as far away from the wiring as possible. You don't want to get it in your wiring, you don't want to get it inside your motors, etc. Now, aside from that, it's a super easy way, like I said, to get all your gear cleaned. If you have any questions or concerns regarding today's segment, or would like to set up a consultation appointment, please reach out to us at vermontgrowcoach.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, or contact us directly at 802-342-5381. See you next time.
Bloop, 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 bloopers.
Clients to use metal blades. And one of the biggest issues with having metal blades, I don't pay attention and I can just bonk my head at any given time. Oh, a little bit. Oh my God, I forgot the disclaimer. Don't do this shit when it's plugged in. Just don't do it. You'll get electrocuted. Ah!